You believe the worst hurt is betrayal. It's not. The true hurt is kissing a mouth that was just on another man, holding a person that isn't yours now and not having a clue. Many guys tell themselves her pulling away is just worry or years or normal life, but the real story is more painful. She might not say it, but she shows it. And if you don't see the signs, you help in your own shame. That's the reason I will show 8 clues that show a woman who was with another man. Clues most men don't see until it's over. And the final one, it's the end. The one she can't cover no matter what. Before I show these 8 clues, please subscribe and press like. Comment below which city you're in. I need to see how wide this news is spreading, because hurt is the same everywhere. Now, let's continue. The first clue is hard to spot. Quiet. And it breaks more men than they know. Number 1, the empty quiet of her body. A sort of silence that isn't from words. It is from the body. When you've been with a woman for a long time, you understand that silence. You understand when her hand has meaning, when her lips have heat, when her body comes to you without a word. And you understand when that feeling stops. This is tough to see because it doesn't shout. It speaks softly. You move to kiss her and she looks away. You put a hand on her shoulder while sleeping and she gets tight instead of soft. She says she's sleepy, but her body isn't full of tiredness. It's full of not caring. That change is important because sleep gets better with rest. Not caring does not. Here's the fact most men won't say. When a woman has been with someone else, she doesn't return to you wanting. She returns full. And being full has no room for you. Think of lighting a fire that's already gone out. It doesn't matter how many times you try, the wood is still cold. That's how it is when her body has been with another. The error men do is not believing. You think it's just pressure or time or normal for old couples. No, attraction doesn't end with getting old. It ends when it goes to another place. If she once held you close after work but now turns away, that's not normal. It's a sign. So what should you do? You don't ask. You don't try more. You watch. You check. Rather than running after, step away. See if the gap gets smaller by itself or gets bigger. A woman who still wants you will come to you again. A woman who's been with another will let the quiet grow. Your role isn't to make her body react. Your role is to see when the reaction is missing. The change hurts, yes, but it also frees you. Because when you stop fooling yourself, you stop using strength on a fire another man already killed. And here's the issue. If the body doesn't talk to you now, don't think the facts will stay hidden. Because if her skin is quiet, her actions will get loud. If you miss it in her hands, you will find it in her habits. Number 2. The washing habit. When a woman has been close with another man, she doesn't enter your home smelling of betrayal. She enters smelling clean, too clean. A different perfume she didn't have. A bath that took more time. Outfits changed for nothing. Underclothes are switched in a manner that doesn't make sense with the day. It seems like caring for herself, but it's a hide. This is what I call the removing habit. She's not only washing her body, she's washing her feelings. And most men don't catch it because they choose to tell themselves she enjoys being clean or she's testing a new smell. That's how you trick yourself because you won't accept the bad chance that she's cleaning off the marks of another before you see. Here's what happens. A woman knows her body keeps secrets. Skin keeps scents. Hair holds bits. Clothes keep touching. So she washes. She uses spray. She covers the proof with soap. And the sad part is that the more she tries to hide, the more it shows. That quick need for cleanliness isn't by chance. It's a habit. Listen, this doesn't mean every bath means betrayal. That's not it. The key is difference. If she never ran to the shower after work but now does, if she now hides her clothes like a secret, you watch. The mind isn't always about lies. It's about changes. It's about seeing what doesn't match the way she was with you. So what's the plan? Stop allowing the bad. Don't make it a joke. Don't feel good thinking, well, she's caring for herself. No, watch. Put the pieces together. If this habit happens again, if it always comes with a fake smile after, you understand what's happening. The error men make is not trusting their sense of smell and their feelings. You notice the perfume, but you say it's scent, not a lie. You see too much cleaning, but you call it self-improvement. That's how you become a helper in your own loss. The answer is seeing. When the habit appears, you don't attack with anger. You see with understanding. You don't have to blame, you need to look. Because when you look, you can't forget. And that understanding changes you. But listen, cleanliness is only the start. Underneath, the truth goes further. Because when her body is washed, she still has her heart. And guilt always comes out. Make sure you watch until the very end to learn all the signs that can save you from heartbreak. Don't forget to subscribe and like this video right now.
Number 3, the pointing fingers. Anger for no reason. When guilt feels too big, she doesn't say it. She gives it to you. Now you're the issue. You come home and rather than a greeting, you hear a problem. You put the dishes in the wrong. You're not speaking enough. You're speaking too much. Anything you do, it's bad. That anger isn't by chance. It's a plan. Here's the thinking. If she makes you the bad person, she doesn't feel like the cheater. She changes the story in her mind. In her new story, she didn't leave the relationship because she chose to. She did it because you didn't listen or were too strict or dull. This is blaming at its worst. She can't deal with the fight inside, so she puts it on you. The mistake men make is talking back. You try to reason. You fight, believing sense will help. But you can't beat guilt with reason. The more you talk back, the more she uses it to keep making you the wrong one. And soon, you're being careful in your own house. Here's the change. Stop answering. You don't have to win the fight. You need to win your self-worth. Next time she shouts over something small, don't react, don't plead, don't discuss. Watch her eyes and say quietly, you don't have to argue to excuse your choice. Then move away, not from fear, but from power. You're showing you see the game and won't play. That one action changes everything, because when you don't act as she planned, her story falls apart. Now the weight of her guilt is on her, and you take back your feelings. Men sometimes ask, but is not speaking weak? No! Weakness is letting someone pull you into madness. Strong is the command. You're not missing the problem, you're saying no to being controlled. That's what makes a man losing power different from a firm man. But know this, blaming is strong, but it's not the last lie. There's another place where the truth appears without her talking, a spot no reason can hide, and it's in her very body. Number 4, the body tells the truth. A woman can practice her lies. She can hide her feelings. She can clean her story until it seems true. But there's one part she can't command, her body. And this is where most men fail themselves, not because they are blind, but because they choose not to see. You understand her. You understand her ways, her kindness, her answers. That's why when something is different, you know it, even if you won't say. Maybe she feels very tight or very calm. Maybe her feelings have changed, either too much or gone. Sometimes it's small, sometimes it's big, but it's never for no reason. Here's the hard part. You don't require a degree to see. You need to be true. Men often say, perhaps it's body chemicals, perhaps she's pressed. And yes, that can be. But when the change is fast, when it doesn't match her normal way, you must watch. Because not seeing what you already feel is the quickest path to shame. The error is thinking that by acting all is okay, you help the relationship. You do not. You are only delaying the fall. A body that has slept with another man keeps a memory. Not always seen, but always known. And when you feel it, but you stay silent, you are lying to yourself more than she lies to you. So what can you do? First, stop hiding from your gut feeling. If something seems wrong, don't ignore it. Let yourself know it. Second, stop doing too much. Men often answer by giving more. More love, more waiting, more work in bed, as if more giving repairs what was lost. It will not. You don't get desire back by pushing, you win by seeing when it's left. Here's a real step. Instead of following her body, become clear. If closeness feels bad, step away and watch. Don't blame, don't question. Just see how often the change is. That knowing is your protection. It stops you from giving more to someone who's already left. And the hard fact, if you ignore your feelings, you are not being brave. You are being fearful. Bravery isn't hiding. Bravery is looking at what you already understand, even when it hurts. But guilt doesn't always look cold. Sometimes, to hide the breaks, she does the opposite. She becomes kind, loving, even soft in a way that seems too nice. And that's what it is. Number 5, too much love, the show of guilt. Not every betrayal is cold. Sometimes it enters with kisses, holds, and a quick wave of kindness. And if you aren't watching, you'll think guilt is love. This is one of the meanest games because it uses your dream. You felt her leaving, you noticed the quiet, and then she's holding your hand again, kissing your face, saying, "I love you," with wet eyes. And your soul wants to trust it's true. You think, she's returning to me, but she is not. She is trying to return to herself. That love isn't for you. It's for her heart. Here's the mind. After breaking the rule, many women don't go away. They come near not because they found their want again, but because they must quiet the guilt, holding you, making food for you, using kind words. It's all a show. The show isn't to make you glad. It's to stop her from sinking in self-hate. The mistake men make is seeing this love as a new start. You lower your shield. You stop watching. You feel calm. And that's when you lose all your power. You become the safe toy, the comfort zone she holds while her want is for another. You finish holding her guilt, not her love. So what's the plan? Learn to check the start. Ask yourself, does this love come all the time or only sometimes after missing times? Does she touch you with want or because she must? Does she come close with heat or does it feel fake like a play? Those questions clear the cloud. And here's the hard truth. Don't accept guilty love. Don't let her clean her heart on you. You don't require holds that come from betrayal. What you require is truth, even if it's chilly. And sometimes the bravest thing you can say is this: I prefer your quiet over your guilty hold. That line isn't for her, it's for you. It's your path to taking back self-respect against false care. Because here's the real thing. Love doesn't need a show. Real bond doesn't appear only after guilt. If her love feels like a sorrow instead of a want, you already see the gap. And once you see, you can't pretend. But if you keep taking her guilty holds, the next step is worse, because she won't just touch you without want, she'll remain with you in body while her thoughts are far away. Stay until the end to learn all the signs that protect you. Please subscribe and like this video now to see more.
Number 6, the heart is gone during closeness. There's a gap between a person next to you and a spirit with you. And once you know that gap, you can't forget it. This is when betrayal hurts the most, not from her actions, but from what she keeps back. She offers her body, but she doesn't offer herself. Think of this. You're together. All seems okay. She holds you, she reacts, she even makes sounds for show. It's all happening, but one thing is lost. Her look is blank. Her life doesn't join with yours. You can tell she's in another place, thinking of a time without you. That's not closeness. That's a fake show. And here's the hard fact. A woman whose heart is gone during closeness has already left. You're not sharing love. You're acting a part in her secret. And men who look away from this always think the same easy lie. She's just worn out or it's pressure. But inside, you see the gap. Being worn out still lets her be there. Pressure still lets you join. This absence, it's nothing. The error most men make is trying more. You think, if I give more, she'll return. So you offer more love, more waiting, more work, hoping to win her. But the more you try, the more she leaves, because her flame isn't lost. It's all right for another. And every extra bit you give just shows her one thing. She doesn't have to return anything. So what's the answer? Stop running after what's not there. Value yourself enough to see when her spirit is away. Step back, talk less, and most of all, don't mix body action with heart being there. When her soul has left, your task isn't to pull it back. It's to choose if you'll keep resting in a bed that grows colder each night. Here's an easy move.
Next time you feel that empty space, don't hide it with more tries. Stop, watch her, and in your head, say the truth. I won't ask for bond. I will see what is. That change in thought alone changes all. It ends you being the man who fights for a tie that's already dead, because staying with a woman who isn't really with you isn't love, it's shame. And if you let that shame stay, the next clue will show it clearly. She won't only leave you heart empty in bed, she'll start leaving you body empty in hours. Number 7, the late home, false reasons. When love is true, time makes space for it. A woman who still wants you will always return to you, even on hectic days. But when her flame is dead, suddenly the watch is your enemy. She's not on time over and over, and every reason feels weaker than the last. She says work went late, her mobile went dead, and a pal needed help. At the start, you wish to trust it. You make yourself think these are usual because, yes, life can be chaotic. But when chaos becomes a habit, when lateness becomes normal, it's not about life. It's about what matters. And you're not first anymore. Here's the mind game. Lateness is more than lost hours. It's a check. She's not simply late. She's seeing how much you'll take. She wants to know if you'll ask, if you'll resist, or if you'll keep taking little while dreaming of more. Every time you allow it, you teach her. You show her that your self-worth can be changed. The pitfall most men enter is quiet. You see the change. You feel the pain, but you hide it. You tell yourself, if I speak, I'll seem weak. But weak isn't asking for respect. Weak is acting like you see nothing. So what's the action? Name it. Not with shouts, not with pleas, but with lines. The next time she comes home late with another thin tale, don't ask many questions. Don't ask for facts. Just watch her and say the reality. You were not here, and that shows me all I must know. Then let the quiet stay. That quiet is stronger than any fight, because it puts the duty back on her axe. Here's a useful step. Follow the habit, not the excuse. Don't lose hours on each story's parts. Instead, watch how often, the sound, and how your gut feels each time. Habits tell the truth even when talk does not. And here's the cold reality. A woman who still picks you will always come home. Late sometimes, okay, but not as a rule. If she stops coming to you, it's because she's already going to another. But lateness is just part, because even when she tries to hide it, her own talk will show her. And when her story falls from its own lies, that's when the truth comes out. And when her story falls from its own lies, that's when the truth comes out. Number 8, the fall of her story. Tales are weak. They can be practiced, made shiny, and said again. But the second pressure comes, the breaks show. And when a woman has crossed the limit, her story in the end falls from its own lies. You've watched it before. She comes home late, words rushing out too quickly, facts changing each time she tells it. One evening it was an office friend who needed aid. The next time it was a quick task. You see the holes, the times that don't match, how her voice doesn't fit her words. And most importantly, you see her eyes. They don't look at you now. They move quickly. They look down. They flash with worry. That's not stress. That's lying, trying to stand. Here's the error men make. They want perfect proof. They want a sign, a clear thing, something sure. But the truth doesn't always have a paper. It comes in things that don't match. It comes in how her story comes apart. The more you hear, the more she tries to hold the tale, the more it shows the tale is escaping her. So what's the action? Stop being a hunter. You don't need to collect proof for a court. You already have the signs, the shifts, the quiets, the habits. When her story falls, you don't fight it. You walk away from it. You don't ask her to explain. You don't shout for answers. You just choose. I don't trust you, and I don't need to know. That's not a charge, that's a line. And here's the power shift. Once you stop asking for reasons, you take back your strength. You stop being the man seeking answers from someone who loves chaos. You become the man who draws the line. And the line is easy. Respect or gone. Real step. Learn silent knowing. The next time her story starts shaking, don't fill the quiet with asks. Let it drop. Don't save her from the weight of her own lies. That quiet is your friend. It reveals what words try to hide. And know this, you don't need to yell cheater to get back your honor.
All you need is to see clearly and the courage to move on it. Because when her story falls, the truth is not the problem. The only problem is your choice. Will you keep lying to yourself, or will you stand for the man you are? And that's the last part, because after seeing all 8 clues, the real question isn't if she betrayed you. The real question is if you'll betray yourself by staying in the dark. You must watch the entire video to get all the knowledge that will open your eyes. Subscribe and like this video now to see the full story.
You've now learned the 8 clues. And let's be plain, this isn't for making you a worried hunter looking at each small thing. It's for making you see so you quit hurting yourself. Because the biggest hurt isn't her hidden acts. It's what you let yourself miss right before you. The aim was never to find her in the act. The aim is to take back your honor, your limits, and your strength as a man who says no to taking little. That's why these clues are important. They aren't only signs of cheating, they are alarms. Alarms that something is wrong, something must be faced, and that not seeing it will take more of your self-worth. Now here's the fact most men don't get. Not each clue means cheating is certain. Sometimes space comes from worry, being drained, or a long time of bad talk. And that's why your work isn't to blame. It's to check, to watch, and to face the truth straight. If there is a way to fix, you talk, you set the limits again, you battle for bond. But if the proof piles up, if each clue agrees with what your gut already tells, then the bravest thing you can do is leave with your honor safe. Because love is never worth trading your self-respect. So here's my task for you. Choose one time in your life when you've ignored your own feelings. It might be her quick coolness, her endless anger, or her tales that never make sense. Don't hide it this time. Look at it. Choose if it's an issue you can solve with her, or if it's the final stop. No matter what, the choice is yours, not from her lies, not from your fears. Before you leave, press subscribe, press like, and send this video to a man who still won't see what's right there. And in the comments, tell your story. Have you ever seen one of these clues? What did you do? Because your story could be the one that opens another man's eyes before time runs out. This isn't the finish of your path. It's the start of taking back what was always yours. Your self-respect, your sight, and your right to pick love without ever losing. This knowledge is your power. And now you understand how to protect your heart. Subscribe, like, and share this with every man who needs to see the truth.